let's start with you, Professor Kamakoti. We had the AI event in Delhi, which was a huge success. Everybody out there is speaking about a software that you have created. I mean, we in television industry are thankful to you for a software that in real time translates into multiple of Indian languages. What was the idea behind coming up with the AI?
Yeah. So language barrier has been something very important in the sense that every student today across the nation may not have that type of an introduction or a training in English. And when we go into technical education, first semesters, second semester students, we do find they have this language gap, and that's not enabling them to perform to their brim. So this was one of the ideas that came up. So we thought that why don't we live translate the English class into, say, the 22 languages, and then basically give it to the students, right? So that everybody will have access, and within the 2 semesters they are able to pick up, and then third semester they are fine. So this was the interest, and then we started on with Bhashini long back. We had some partial success, say 60% success. Then we refined it with AI for Bharat, another project that came to IIT Madras. And then Sarvam took it up completely, and now we have come to around 95-96% accuracy. The challenge is, if you talk in English and if everything is translated to Tamil, then some of the technical terminologies, everything would go for a toss. So it had to be colloquial Tanglish type of thing. And to get the Tanglish was much more difficult than pure Tamil, to be very frank with you. Same with Telugu, same with... so we now can do up to 11 languages, English to 11 Indian languages. And then I think one TV actually experimented with the Honorable Finance Minister's budget speech, where they got it translated to, I think, Hindi and Kannada, and it was also quite successful. I think, so slowly, every conversation, every public conversation, every conversation in the court of law should come to a stage where you know Hindi, I know Tamil, I talk in Tamil, you listen in Hindi, you talk, return back in Hindi, and I listen in Tamil. So I think that's the stage we are going to get.
Thank you. Mr. Sasikumar is the president of the Electronics Association of India. Mr. Sasikumar, when we look at the electronic scenario, I mean, when we look at what is happening across the country, roughly 10% of all electronic ingredients manufactured across the globe is in India. About 4.5% of that is in Tamil Nadu. Half of what is being produced across India is in Tamil Nadu, and that's a matter of extreme pride for the nation. When we talk electronics, what kind of a component are we talking of when Tamil Nadu produces 5% or 4.5%? Is it semiconductor or is it something more basic?
Thanks for the question. And first of all, really appreciate the opportunity to be here in the midst of all of you. Sir, to your point of what you have done there at IIT, and behind that is all electronics, and that's the industry that we're talking about here in Tamil Nadu, and we can all be proud, as you said, being the #1 manufacturing destination of India, and #1 destination probably to be in the future for the whole world. That's our ambition, to be $150 billion just electronics manufacturing from this very own state. And when did this start? I think this started all the way back in 2005. I really give the credit to the Finnish company Nokia, who started this revolution here in Chennai and Tamil Nadu. And from then on, we started with phones, of course, but then later we make all the car electronics, medical electronics, aerospace electronics, and all of that here. So I just don't want to define that as just one component is what we make here. We started making finished products. Then we went down to components. We do design and development. I mean, IIT Madras itself is a very good example of the research ecosystem where hundreds of startups are designing, developing products for the world for now and for the future. So with that, I think if there's one state that has the entire ecosystem from product coming down to components, then to materials, and then to design development, I think that's the state of Tamil Nadu here. And is that really enough where we are today? Definitely not. It's not enough where we are. I mean, there's far more to go when it comes to design and development. The reason I say this is because, coming back to your point on what are the components and what we do, the value add in the entire product today that we do here is less than 10%. That's not enough. I mean, the value add, what we do has to be more, at least to the tune of 30%, because even the best of the best countries, I say example as China, the manufacturing destination for the world, they have not crossed beyond 50% of gross value addition, because it's a global value chain, keeps going around the world. But then value add is what we focus. And I think this state has the capability, and this nation has the capability to enhance that overall.
Thank you. So these three gentlemen, by the way, I mean, when you speak with innovators, you come across the world, perhaps, you hear them speak in a certain manner. But in Tamil Nadu, you will see that they don't overwhelm you, whether it be Professor Kamakoti or Shashi, and Velusamy sir is the epitome of that. We always heard that India is not really there when it comes to R&D. He's a person who's headed the R&D division of Mahindra & Mahindra. His test track is somewhere we had gone and seen for ourselves the brilliant work done in terms of automobile manufacture. Velusamy sir, moving ahead, I mean, EV is a project that you're looking at very, very closely. Is that the future for India?
Definitely. So it's one thing I will say about EV is we are just 100 years and there are a million years to go. But if you have to safeguard your planet from the CO2 emissions that we do, you don't want CO2 to be mixed with the oxygen that you are inhaling. Right? That's the fundamental thing. Rest everything we can argue on whether the rain is stopped, there's climate change, all this, but you don't want the CO2 to be within the air that you are inhaling, right? That's very fundamental for me. Our forefathers wanted a transportation. And to go, you are walking at 2 km/h speed or 3 km/h speed, depending on your strength. But if you want 100 km/h, you wanted a transportation. So the CO2, we have compromised. But look at in China, you have 250 cars per 1,000 people. In India, we have 35 cars per 1,000 people. In Europe, you have 600 cars per 1,000 people. In US, you have 900 cars per 1,000 people. Now, what you need is, if India is accelerating growth, it's growing, it will go first to 200 cars per 1,000 people. The CO2 levels will go high. The city will cry for climate changes. EV is the only choice and chance for us to survive, keep the transportation, keep the health of the planet, health of the people.
So, but one small thing, there is always, for an Indian buyer or an automobile user, costing is number one.
Yes.
There is always a 20% extra on that battery-driven vehicle, which may stop me from buying it. Yes. I mean, I look at the cost effectiveness and I say, 5 years I can run it on fossil fuel, why go for EV?
I'm not sure latest you have got to the dealership. So we launched the 7XO, that is an ICE vehicle. I thought the list price is exactly equal to the 9S with 79 kWh. So the electric vehicle price is very similar to the ICE vehicles. And in fact, the electric vehicles have got much more technology. Thanks to the governments, they have 5% duty, GST duty on electric vehicles, whereas the ICE vehicles, depending on your vehicle length, it can be either 18% or 40%. That's one. Second, in Tamil Nadu, you have the registration duty. After the GST, then you have a road registration duty that is 0 for electric vehicles. In Karnataka, you go, that's 10%, depending on. So I think there are states that are enabling electric ecosystem, and the whole country is enabling electric ecosystem, and that's why the electric cars are cheaper. And the electric car sales, January month is one of the best sales.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm buying one for IIT.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sirs. I have a privilege of having all three of prominent faces in our podcast series. From Velusamy sir, Kamakoti sir. In fact, I started the podcast with you.
You're lucky.
Yeah. Thank you. Sir, Velusamy, sir. So, EV will be the future. Then what will be the range of this, we are still having the limited range for the charging facilities and all. What will be the future for charging facilities in India? Because when compared with global competitors like, BYD or Tesla, so we have limited resources, or what is the scenario here?
So when Mahindra launched, நாங்கள் launch பண்ணப்ப 79 kilowatt hour. At that time, we had only 30 kilowatt hour. Now the cars have gone to 40 kilowatt hour battery packs. We gave a real world range of 500 kilometers. So between Chennai to Bangalore or between Chennai to Coimbatore, you should be able to go either in one charge or nil charge. You should be able to go. அதனால தான் வந்து 79 kilowatt hour is the worldwide standard. We brought it at that point in time. I do agree that the infrastructure of charging is not available. In charging, you have two types of charging. In the home charging with the AC, you have 3.3 kilowatt hour, 7 kilowatt, 11 kilowatt and 22. Mahindra was the first one to introduce 11 and 22 as standard equipments, but people still use 7 as standard. But in the public charging, where you can have AC charging of the 60 kilowatt, 120 kilowatt is available right now, 30, 60, 120. But our cars have the facility to charge in 19 minutes the 79 kilowatt, but you need 180 kilowatt charger. Mahindra alone is investing more than 500 crores. Okay. And we are populating 200 chargers, fast chargers, and we are populating in all the highways, national highways. We have taken where the high density of the traffic, and we are acquiring the land and we are installing. That's one thing that we are doing. Government, the central government, has given close to 2,000 crores, and they have called multiple times the meetings and then integrators. They've told us that you take one of the highways, each one of the people, OEMs or NGOs, they can take the national highway and then they can bring the proposals to install the chargers, and from the fund that was given in the last budget, they can use. I think many of these proposals are approved. So once the infrastructure comes in place, what we see is the southern grid, three things are happening. The stability between 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, the electricity stability is very good in southern part of India. The charger availability is very good. And also the charger that is really working. Not only is available, but it's really working. So what we have seen, the sales of electric vehicles in south is far higher compared to the north, and one of the reasons is this.
Do we need to increase the grid capacity? What is the scenario?
The grid capacity, I think it is there in south, and the north probably they might have to do. What you need is the land. And whenever I went to industry minister, one phone call, you get a land, then you get the HT lines, then the lines permissions have to be given, then installation and certification, all of them. That takes a lot of time. But it varies state to state. My experience is in Tamil Nadu because I very often go via phone call and it's very fast responsive. It's my experience.
Where we are in research, sir, like you are keen on research, this basically on cell technology.
Sir, no, this we do for the company. So for our installation, so we installed between Bangalore and Chennai. We have installed the 2 chargers, 4 guns. So we installed it. It was matter of one phone call. Then you get all this. Right. The speed was very good. Yeah.
Okay, great. Professor Kamakoti has been, insisting for I like very much one sentence, like your vision is democratizing IIT. So how far it is going?
and we had talked about that also in your podcast. So today from one and another one just started, and we're 35,000 students. Today we have 50,000 students, and we have now grown to 4 courses. One BS in data science and programming, another BS in management and data science. We find that the next generation managers, I think both of them can add, must be both technically oriented and business-wise, savvy. We have also started a course on aeronautics and space technology, and of course the electronic systems. So I think I'm covering all the things that they are all interested. So that's mindset, but India, right, we are positive. So I call it Valley of Hope. So both anchors, whenever you are talking to startups, I request you to use the word Valley of Hope. I give full copyright to you, okay? Right? So what we do with them, so we are now starting up, we just announced it and we'll be launching it shortly, 600 crore Frontier Fund, along with Unicorn, IITM Unicorn Frontier Fund, which will be basically helping these startups cross that valley of hope with confidence. So that's how we are, bringing up the entrepreneurship. So this is all overall what I could present after you came and after between this a status update. Okay.
Excellent, sir. Actually, we are very honored to have you all. Like you are all most celebrated faces from your field from Tamil Nadu nationally, Sasikumar. So iPhone manufacturing is happening here. 300 components in an iPhone. எவ்வளோ இப்போ நம்ம என்ன ஸ்டேஜில் இருக்கோம்? இட்ஸ் அ காம்பனன்ட் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் ஆர் அசம்பிளிங் ஆர் வாட் இஸ் தி ஸ்டேட்டஸ் இன் தமிழ்நாடு அண்ட் இன் இந்தியா?
நான் முதல்ல சொன்ன மாதிரி இப்போ நம்ம முதல்ல தமிழ்நாட்டில் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணது ஃபோன் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் தான் 2005ல். வித் த ஃபோன் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் கிட்டத்தட்ட 300 காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் 300-350 காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் டிபெண்டிங் அப்பான் விச் வேரியன்ட். அதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மோர் தென் ஹாஃப் இஸ் மோர் ஆர் லெஸ் டுடே மேட் இன் இந்தியா. Not just in Tamil Nadu, but all parts of India. அதில் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்காக நம்ம வேல்யூ அடிஷன் தான் கமிங் பேக் டு த ஓன்லி ஒன், it's like 8 to 10% is the general value addition. அதை இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்காக இப்போ இஃப் யூ சி தி என்க்ளோஷர்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்லுவோம், அது த பேர் பிசி போர்ட்ஸ் அப்படின்றது, அண்ட் தென் தி பிசிபி அசம்பிளிஸ் இட் செல்ஃப், காம்பனன்ட்ஸ், பேட்டரி அசம்பிளி, ஆல் ஆஃப் தம் ஆர் ஸ்டில் ஹேப்பனிங் இன் இந்தியா. பட் தென் இப்போ என்ன மிஸ்ஸிங் அப்படின்னா ரியல் ஆக்டிவ்ஸ் அண்ட் பாசிவ்ஸ். இப்போ பாசிவ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் நம்ம பண்ணுறதில்ல பிகாஸ் இட்ஸ் வெரி ஹை வால்யூம் ரிக்வயர்ட் அண்ட் தி கெப்பாசிட்டி அவைலபிள் இன் தி வேர்ல்ட் இஸ் மோர் தேன் வாட் தி டிமாண்ட் இஸ். ஆக்டிவ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ்க்கு அஃப்கோர்ஸ் வி ஹேவ் தி செமிகன் பாலிசிஸ் அண்ட் செமிகண்டக்டர்ஸ் ஆல்ரெடி போயிட்டுருக்கு இந்தியாவில். ஸோ அந்த 10% 30% கொண்டு வரதுக்கான எல்லா காம்பனன்ட்ஸும் மோரலஸ் ஐ திங்க் கீ காம்பனன்ட்ஸ். அதுல ஒரு கீ ஆஸ்பெக்ட் தான் இந்த இசிஎம்எஸ் அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஸ்கீம் எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும், which is the electronics component manufacturing scheme that the government of government of India announced, and of course the government of Tamil Nadu followed up with a surprise first leading announcement, which is Nangalum will give 50% of the incentives whatever the central government provides. அதனால இப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா almost 65% of the entire investments in the components is coming towards Tamil Nadu. So நம்ம வெறும் அந்த end product மட்டும் பண்ண பத்தாது because அது low value addition. அது ஏன் அப்படின்னா if you see phones இன்னைக்கு வந்து it's all led by women. அதான் நான் என்ன சொல்லுவேன்னா சக்தி இல்லையேல் சிவன் இல்லை அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இன்னைக்கு விமன் இல்லை அப்படின்னா there is no electronics industry.
You employed almost 90% of the
ஆமாமா I was so proud, probably the first in India. We had almost 90% plus women employment in our factories. More than 10,000 people coming from rural villages. They used to produce the best of the best quality products competing globally, shipped across the globe. So adanaala namma pengal, they are amazing. So they do great job, no doubt in that.
Great.
So yeah.
Shashi, we are right out of time.
Sure.
The trouble with getting such a high-powered panel is case that we would want to hear them more, speak less and hear more of them, but somehow the time always seems to be less. Thanks a lot, Shashi. Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot,
so much.
Professor
Thank you.
Kamakoti.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you very
Velusamy.
much. Thank you very
for
much.
joining us.